Okay. Definitely a favorite chapter, chapter 11. Reset, refocus, recommit. And this is something, and we just had a live event. As I'm recording this, I'll let you guys know we do an exercise for this whenever we can live. This is the most remarkable thing I probably can teach anybody, and it's basically how to get back up when you get knocked down. And the more you make it a pattern in your life, the faster you can get up. And we get knocked down all the time throughout the day. It's how fast we get up and going and back on track that makes a difference. Right? We all have 24 hours in the same day. Everybody has 24 hours in a day. And if you get knocked down, it takes you a while to get back up. You lost time that you'll never get back. And it's about how do you stay, focused and committed to what you want. This is your why. Why are you doing the activities you're doing to build your business? Why are you doing the things every day to build for your goal? What is that about? And how do you keep on track? Because you're going to get knocked down. In fact, many of us are going to get knocked down more and more as we try to achieve more. It's like things get in our way, and we got to learn how to, manifest it. Nothing's going to get in our way. We're going to have everything in the universe line up to help us. We got to manifest that, and that's in manifestation and stuff we'll go into in other trainings. But reset, refocus, recommit. That's what we have a whole premise around this. And we believe in doing it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I reset, refocus, recommit before I go to bed, when I get up, as I do my meditations, because I want to make sure I am seriously with intent focused on where I'm going to be, right? If you don't know where you're going, you're not going to get there. I want to know exactly where I'm going, and then I reassess it. Now, something I want to just point out, and why this is so important to do, is we should live our dreams. If we dream it, we should achieve it. And in order to achieve a dream, it starts out by taking that dream and we make it a goal. We give that goal a deadline. So we're going to have a journey to get there. We need a deadline when that's going to happen. And then we got to be realistic and put an action plan in place to make that happen. And then an action plan is only as good as the resources you put behind it, right? So you're going to need funding or marketing and time resources. If you have all that and you apply those actions, the action plan with resources to the goal with the deadline, that's how you accomplish a dream. All right. And as you get the first one done, it's going to become a pattern. You'll start accomplishing every dream. Tanya and I have hit every dream we set out for, and then we set for a bigger dream. Right now, our dream is to take and help millions of people around the world through marketing to create time and financial freedom. All right, let's get on to this. Love this chapter. Reset, refocus, recommit. RRR, which is short for reset, refocus, recommit, is what I discovered and use in my life to bounce up from getting knocked down or distracted. It is all about creating the habits that allow you to create success. It is something that I have watched people benefit from. It's all about having the correct habits. I thoroughly enjoy this part of my instruction with my students. It is something best taught in a live setting and through the conveyance of energy and tones throughout a physical exercise of those very tools. It is effective in helping to grow and become better in all aspects of life. When you have a calm temperament and the mental tools to make things happen, true happiness and the freedom of this happiness can be realized. RRR. See, we all have the same 24 hours in each day. Those who take measure and truly value their time are better set up for success to meet them along the journey. Habits are the tools necessary to navigate each and every minute of time. Efficiency is honing in on the time and maximizing the effort and results. Two people can set forth an hour to do a task. The manners of efficiencies and discipline set forth will determine the end results and outcomes of the work at hand. How we go about the very task at the time allotted is crucial. It will become a habit when discipline is involved. Then, staying on task and the manner of how we do the functions, tasks, and steps of the task kick in. And with all things come the distractions and habits of distractions. This includes the rabbit holes of social media, the diversion of a relationship, and emotions. As these things get into our path, we need to get back to the task at hand, and we need to do this in a manner that is going to allow us to stay on task, stay on focus, stay committed. This is where the RRR comes in. It may need to be done several times in the course of a day, an hour, and sometimes minutes. This is a mental exercise that starts out hard for everyone. The more you do it, the easier easier and faster it becomes. Reset. This is where the mental exercise begins. To do this, you need to put yourself into a calm and clear space. This will take time at first. Soon it will become a faster and easier process. This will help in many ways and aspects of your life, setting you up for increased productivity, success, happiness, and freedom. Put yourself into a state of calm. I mentally go to a white snowy field or to a beach. If you have never been in snow, the beach will work. It is helpful if you have been there before so you can utilize your memories to visualize it best. For the white snow, I imagine myself in a white field of snow. As I do this, anything that gets my mind distracted, I turn into a tree, a rabbit, a twig, and then I cover it with the snow. I do this until I am in the state of complete calm with nothing but a perfect landscape of snow. If I mentally go to the beach, I go to soft sands where nothing is there but the sand. The interruptions become holes or seashells in the sand, only to be covered up and smoothed over by the sand as the waves wash over them. I get to where the sand is calming and all I see is sand. This is the reset. It is where you slow things down and remove the noise and interruptions, and then you get back to your focus and commitment. It truly does not matter how many times you get rattled off your course. What matters is that you always find one more way to get back on course and get to it. Refocus. Once you are in a clear state of mind, you want to ask the why and focus of the work that you set forth to do. The reasons, the whys, are what you are truly focusing on. Something that has removed you from your clear path and focus. Now we have cleared our mind and we are refocusing back into place. Recommit. Once we have refocused, we recommit to doing what we set forth to do. We recommit to getting it done, then we act. It is necessary to repeat these 3 steps until the task is complete. These are tools and habits that allow you to get things done, regardless of what is thrown our way. We get back to the task. We reset, refocus, and recommit to it. From small tasks to large tasks and every size of task in between. These are the very tools that have allowed the impossible to become possible. The very tools that have allowed prosperity and success during depression, divorce, death of loved ones, and so many other diversions. It is not what happens to us, but how we choose to deal with it that matters. And I'm going to conclude with this, just putting this out there. It is one of the most important lessons I've learned that I can pass on. You know, life happens to us, right? It just is going to happen. It's what we do with it. It's what we do after things happen that makes a difference. It's how we react. Well, we are in control of our destiny. We get to make those actions, right? And if we're going to, sit down and lick our wounds for a long period of time, that's great, but that's an expensive time. Remember, time is valuable, right? We're blessed with it. Every waking day, we're blessed. What are we going to do with it? That's up to us. Reset, refocus, recommit is our way to get back into it to achieve what we want to achieve. Time goes by so quick. Can you really afford to wallow about it? And I'll tell you, when you're achieving things, man, life just becomes better. You're doing more. You're creating that momentum and motion to make your dreams become a reality. Remember, back to dreams. A dream is a goal that you put a deadline on it. If you're not reset, refocused, recommitting, you're going to miss your deadline. Then you got to take an action plan and put resources behind it and apply it to making that happen. All right. God bless everyone. See you next week when we read the next chapter. Bye for now.